And we're live. Hi, everyone. Sorry for being a bit late today. And welcome to yet another Wednesday webinar with me. Let me know if you can see and hear me in the comments below. Thanks for being patient for a moment. I just needed to make sure and take care of some tech stuff before we begin. I see a few teacher friends joining already, so just let me know if you can hear and see me clearly. Awesome. I'm so excited for today's webinar because it was inspired by one of our super teachers. And thanks for that. For those of you who are not familiar, I've been running these Wednesday webinars for quite a while now, since January. So I did need some boost in inspiration, and topics to cover that you find valuable. Amazing. I can see a few teacher friends and comments. Let me see. Okay, perfect. Thunderbolt says hi. Awesome. Hi, Mandy. You can see and hear me. Perfect. Thank you so much for letting me know. Hi, Michelle. Now I see you. Awesome. And by the way, Michelle, just to let you know, I haven't forgotten what I've said about the 5-minute Friday video. So this Friday, I'm going to cover and talk all about creating a sample of your self-paced course and then upselling it. And next webinar is going to follow your suggestion as well. So yeah, first things first. Today's webinar is going to be all about subscription plans and the way we as independent teachers can go about it to scale up our businesses or just, turn our business into a steady kind of income stream, offering subscription plans as well. So without any further ado, let me share the presentation I prepared. It's just a kind of helpful to guide us and stay focused. And I will do my best not to keep you longer than necessary. Okay, sharing the screen. And here we go. Maybe some of you are not familiar with me, so just a quick intro. My name is Ivy. I think the majority of you already do know me. And I'm a special educator turned ESL teacher and also founder of SuperTeachers, which take care of all the admin work we as independent teachers encounter and have. And some of the services SuperTeacher has is also subscription-based programs and products. And today we're going to talk about subscription-based products and services for independent educators, including subscription. Oh yeah, let me know in the comments below if you have ever offered subscription services or products to your clients, and if not, what kind of services or products are you considering offering as subscription plans and models? That would be really interesting to see. Let's see, Michelle says, awesome, I know you're busy, so no stress. Yeah, thank you. I actually was about to create it, but then we launched the coupon, the new feature, so I had to make sure to cover that first. And yeah, I will get back to it like in 2 days, no later than Friday, most definitely. So on this topic, it's very interesting, based on my experience talking to you guys and within super teacher trainings and meetings and everything, not all of us are sure about what it means when somebody is offering subscription services. And that's totally fine. I just try to not assume that everybody's on the same page when it comes to, teaching independently and stuff. So I definitely think it's worth mentioning that subscription-based businesses, or actually products and services as part of our businesses, have a great potential to create and grow sustainable income through, recurring monthly or however you set it to be revenue, right? And it also allows us to move, beyond traditional one-time classes or packages, providing a continuous revenue stream that supports both financial stability and growth. And I did get lots of questions like, when it comes to super teacher, what does it mean if a parent subscribes? Sometimes I also agree, like it sounds almost the same, like if they sign up for classes or subscribe. And the main difference is with subscription based products you offer, the parent is locked into your price and service, and they don't have to do anything manually once they subscribe. So they just need to pay once, and they kind of authorize, their account to be charged every month or every week, however you set your subscription. And marketing experts say that model works much better when it comes to clients' retention, because it's just a trouble for them to cancel, or just they just decide to go on with subscriptions easier than to renew a class package. Honestly, for the past almost 3 years now, it's been 3 years also, not already, but almost, yeah. I've been doing just class packages because I found it easier, but that model can work if you do have a steady kind of client base that are trustful and you've been working with those students, for a while. I definitely do not recommend that model unless if it's part of a sequence of products you're offering. For example, and we're going to talk about the advantages of both, but yeah, I'm going to do my best to focus on subscriptions only. Just recently, two of my students decided not to pursue classes, and it was just because the parents were the students are starting the new school year. I teach kids, and the parents just decided to not commit to a longer term package. And I used to sell even up to 90 classes. I even sold one package of 180 classes, but that's because definitely crazy. It sounds crazy, but yeah, I made sure to apply my policies with a parent because it was a family of 2 kids and both were my students. And I said, if each child has at least 2 classes a week, then I can, we can go ahead and do that kind of a package. And luckily they are honoring the deal and everything, my policies, but that's definitely way more risky. And, it's even easier to spend that money, right, if you get it all at once in advance, than to have a recurring monthly income stream, for example. Okay, so what is subscription-based products and services model? So as mentioned before, a subscription model involves clients paying a recurring fee in exchange for continuous access to educational content, resources, or exclusive support. And the options are endless, really, with offering these subscriptions. You can even, if you do teach kids, you can even offer subscription to parents, exclusive parents group that meets once a week with you and kind of reflects on their students' progress, whatever that is. Even that is possible. Why not? Why subscription-based products and services work for educators? Because again, they allow for predictable revenue for us and make it easier to retain our customers over time. And parents find it also easier to not commit longer term because their plans might change, and anything might happen. Especially nowadays, I think there is a global trend of parents like just being wary of investing their time and money long term, especially private teaching. So why not commit to a month of classes and then they can decide to just continue or unsubscribe if needed. Let's see if you have any comments in the moment. Yeah. Oh, hi, Lena. Welcome. So great to hear you and see you as well. I'm hoping to offer subscriptions one day. Perfect. Do you already have active students, and how do you charge them at the moment? Do you also do packages as I do? Or, yeah, you work on developing a subscription program? Fun. Hi, sorry. Elsa, it's great. I wanted to learn more about subscriptions. Perfect. You're in the right place. Amazing. And if you're tuning late, don't worry. There will be a replay available. Sorry, my brain is still racing after having like 14 classes or something today. So I'm gonna settle on very quickly. So let's see. We did mention predictable recurring revenue. versus one-time sales as a great advantage of subscriptions, right? We also mentioned this, so I'm just going to read through it. Increased customer retention versus high churn risk, right? Improved cash flow versus variable income when it comes to class packages, especially if you're not careful spending that, income at once. Like I did a couple of times, invested in SuperTeachers. So sorry, for me, packages did work because I was investing in another business I have. But yeah, if I was just living off of kind of classes, private teaching, then definitely monthly subscription plan is my go-to in the future. The great advantage of offering subscription products and services is also greater flexibility, because then you can always adjust the plan, you can tweak it, you can change it. Especially if you're using a system such as SuperTeacher, your parents can pause the subscription, cancel it anytime, resubscribe, subscribe to another plan you have. You can even hide different plans and offer them exclusively to parents and whatnot. Like, there's really nothing you can't do. Also, scalable income potential, meaning you by offering subscription programs, you offer a steady kind of flow both for your clients and their friends and family. So if they are about to refer you, their friends and family just know what they're getting with you. They can get like 8 classes a month for that price. It's kind of definitely easier to streamline things than to negotiate with each and every parent individually, and then kind of, it's more transparent, I feel. And that's what I was thinking, like having everybody on the same payment tier and everything. But there are ways you can upscale and upsell your basic subscriptions. Okay, so not to spend so much time here, this presentation is going to be available in our training center for sure. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Just to mention the last one, maybe competitive pricing structure versus price per package, right? Packages are kind of fixed. It is what it is. Once you name it, like, you're basically not even adding any value by selling like I do. I just sell like 10, 25-minute classes, 15, 30, 45, and even 90. And remember, once even 180, not recommended for real. Especially if the parent does not honor your terms and conditions and keeps canceling and stuff. That's super risky for our businesses. We might find ourselves stuck with students having to be available to them, and then them keeping canceling classes and not spending their class credits and stuff. So monthly is perfect, especially if you are part of SuperTeacher already. On SuperTeacher, every subscription plan you create include class credits works so that the class credits expire before the next subscription period. So that means the parent cannot, or the student cannot transfer their class credits to the next subscription period. And this solution was also inspired by teachers who thought about that. I never thought about that, honestly. So thanks again for making it perfect, really. So that means you, as a teacher, are protected. You're clear with the policies, and it's up to the student to show up for their classes for what they are paying for. So in that regard, subscription plans are way better than packages. Again, in my experience and based on what I've learned from other teacher friends, packages work really well for students that you already know and have communication with. Maybe these are your ex-company students or friends and family, or referrals and stuff. But yeah, definitely, if you're after creating some steady monthly income and self-marketing, then definitely students who do not know you and are just coming across your name and your services are definitely more likely to subscribe to a smaller to have smaller commitment. And then afterwards, of course, you can upsell and you can tweak the offer and sell whatever you want. So it's also good for the first timers. So here are some top tips on how to leverage subscription-based products and services to onboard every prospect. As I was just mentioning, like hopefully you do have stable student base and want to kind of scale up, and in that case, definitely try out subscription models and see how it goes. I think it's even easier, much easier to sell. What I've seen based on SuperTeachers experiences, or those of you who did share, basically the flow with packages is the parent comes, asks for classes, and then they buy the smallest package you have. And then if they're happy and you kind of are, deserved their trust and whatever, they're going to subscribe to a bigger package. But every time there is that moment of kind of insecurity, and it's really hard. Even like one of the two of my students that stopped taking classes with me now, I never expected it. I never saw it coming, but it just came, and we stayed in good terms and everything. It's kind of a break, but you never know. But I did sell them like huge packages. So maybe the parent just thought, I wasn't persuasive enough. Like I didn't ask, would you like to go with monthly classes? Maybe that's something they would want. They just didn't want to renew the 90 class package, and I didn't communicate further on. So I was just like, okay, it is what it is, and so on. I'm just saying. So it's easier to offer and to lock somebody into a subscription. So to onboard somebody easily and to scale up your student base and monthly income, think about offering a low stakes entry point. So that can be maybe some introductory offer, like many teachers do, a trial class that's 50% discounted, or just a couple of dollars, so they make the effort, and respect your time and show up. Instead of offering a free trial class, of course, it's up to you. If you are a teacher creator, think about creating a free resource as a sample of your course, maybe, or a resource library, just to give them the taste of your services and products. And that way you kind of break the boundary and reduce the hesitation that the clients might have. If they see you already are ready to provide some value firsthand, and even before they commit, right? So it's easier for them to make the decision and subscribe later on. And that's in general what marketing experts always suggest, like show your value before, asking for to be paid. Mandy says, as a teacher who has worked with Outschool, subscription classes are very familiar. Perfect. Excellent. Yeah. And you can do the same with SuperTeacher. I know Outschool has weekly group subscriptions, right? Weekly groups. And those hybrid courses, I think, what was the name? The Flexi. Yeah, the Flexi classes. And self-paced model, right? So these are all models you can use and leverage with SuperTeacher as well, plus more options added. Then think about bundling valuable resources. For example, if you do packages, you're just probably selling classes, right? But if you offer subscription-based services, you can still include classes, plus add value, and that way you can create different tiers of subscription plans you can offer. I was thinking of creating the basic subscription, which is only going to include classes as they are. No recordings, no homework, no review material, no feedback, nothing, like as it is, just classes. And then I'm definitely going to do that, actually. I'm working on developing my own resource library. And it consists of, word wall games, worksheets, and stuff I've created over the years. And I plan on building. And another one would be with much more personalized, including class recordings and maybe lesson feedback or additional activities for that specific
child. So I think that would be the most valuable tier, and that will include the general library, the resource library as well. Yeah, so just think about it, what you can include. Maybe you create video recordings or some exclusive content. Maybe you are a teacher creator developing your own lessons, so why not charge for that separately? Even if you are locked into class packages already and have, let's say, 20, 30 classes left with your students, it doesn't matter. You can still sell a subscription plan to the parents by offering out of class learning resources or any kind of availability you might offer through the subscription plans, right? And definitely when doing self marketing, do mention that, like, and that way you kind of make sure you cover all the bases. If the student comes and says, okay, I just want to have classes and I don't need anything else, do you have that kind of an offer for me? So that's going to be the lowest end of what you're offering, right? Or if you have a parent asking for much more work and support outside of class, then you surely need to charge for that. And I'm sure they will understand and appreciate, especially when you compare different plans they can commit to. This one is interesting. I've heard as an idea to offer milestone rewards and achievements depending on what services you are selling. Like if you're selling courses with SuperTeacher, for example, your students get certificates. So that's already something included. If you're using curriculum such as Abridge Academy, I know for sure has certificates as well. If you're just using your own resources or another curriculum that has no certificates, you can definitely create and make the students' learning journey, no matter if they're adults or young learners, you can definitely turn it into a challenge, into a learning path. Because especially with subscriptions, I think this is important. So you kind of create a sense of progress and reward, them meeting some learning goals or levels of the curriculum, whatever it is for you and your students. So they look forward to continuing to subscribe and stay active with you. If you're a teacher creator, it's very important to regularly update the content you offer included in your subscription plans, and you can definitely boost communication with your clients, letting them know what's new in your library or what services you're adding to it, maybe exclusive events and so on. Let's see. I hope this makes sense. Hi, Katie. Welcome. No worries. You can watch the replay later on. Lingo Waves. Oh, that's Mariska. Hi, Mariska. So wonderful to have you today as well. Been watching on Facebook. Perfect. Oh, yeah. I by the way, I don't see comments. If you're leaving any comments on Facebook, because Facebook banned the third-party live streams and stuff, and especially like the comments. Maybe I can check for them manually. I can definitely do that. Mariska also says, what sort of content can you offer to students? Yeah, we're getting into it. I'm so new to all of this. And everybody else, if you do offer subscription plans or anything in addition to your classes, do share, because I'm sure there are other teachers we can learn from as well. In my case, I'm building a resource library, and it consists, of worksheets, songs that I create, and word wall games that are related to the lessons. So that's an idea. I know I can share. I do have lots of insights of what other teachers are doing with SuperTeachers. Some of them are selling curriculum and creating curriculum, like full lessons and learning plans and everything. Some are doing self-paced classes, and that was very interesting to me to see that it actually sells. It just depends on your niche and your students, your audience, actually, what you're normally selling at the moment. And for example, for you, Mariska, I know you do video editing as another job, right? As you mentioned earlier. when we were chatting. So that's maybe something you can consider doing or offering as an additional service, to incorporate it kind of in your classes. Why not? I mean, offer like video editing course, and that's going to be 3 months or, subscription based. So each month you can offer to teach a specific skill or make a challenge or something, right? That could work, I think. Okay, let's see. Okay, so for those of you who are maybe coaches and mentors, it's always good to explore this option, create a community with interaction points. It's also good for adult students, for us who teach adults that kind of can access your class independently and, use tech tools. So it's definitely a recommendation to foster community by adding discussion boards. Remember, we were talking about La Digitale, and let me share the link. I can't recommend it enough. Part of La Digitale services, this is like a free bunch of tools, bundle of tools developed for educators, and all of them are free. And one of them is called DigiPad. So if you want to create a subscription program, let's say maybe a hybrid course that you can do on SuperTeacher, you can offer live classes plus resources. You can then embed something like DigiPad, and your students can leave comments, communicate even with each other. You can leave feedback. It's kind of a Padlet. It's an alternative to Padlet. Katie just reminded me, like somebody in one of the groups was recently talking about it. So that's what you can do as well. So you can create a community and have your subscribers feel they're part of an active group, right? So they can stay engaged. You also can develop peer interaction that way, and just add value. Let me share. It's never enough to mention La Digitale. And if you do want to explore their tools, I'm going to share the webinar I did because it covers their top 10 tools. There are over 30 tools available, and DigiPad is one of my few favorites. So let me just grab the link, La Digitale. And okay, here we go. And I'm mentioning it because you can embed everything you create with these tools. You can just embed it in SuperTeacher Course Builder if you decide on making a course or a resource library. You can just create stuff there, host them in La Digitale, and just embed them in your course. How cool is that, right? Awesome. Mandy says, be sure to clarify the different subscriptions, like how this is added to the bundles, but also group class subscriptions. You mean on SuperTeacher, right? Yeah, I was just talking more generally, but yeah, definitely. We're going to cover all the options within SuperTeacher. Because in these Wednesday webinars, I try to have a kind of broader perspective on and to be more inclusive, because maybe not everybody is using SuperTeacher. But yeah, thank you. Good point. We mentioned the tiered subscription models. So here's an example. Have a basic subscription model, including just classes, then premium, maybe including classes plus video recordings plus lesson preview and review, and then elite or something else you come up with, being creative and just having fun exploring options, could be your other products. So maybe if you do throw a webinar or a group class, you can invite your student and say, if you join this plan, you're going to get access to all my group classes for free. Why not, right? It doesn't cost you anything if you're running a group class or a webinar, but for them, it's going to be special and valuable. And with SuperTeacher, you can even create a coupon to make it even more special. So they really see the price and have to apply the coupon. Yeah, that's actually good because the coupon feature is new. Maybe you can you can create a plan of everything included, plus maybe one coupon a month. Oh, that would be interesting to use for some of your products, right? maybe a 5% discount or 10%, whatever you want. Like if they want to buy something else or attend an event, you can offer just a discounted access. Ooh, I love that. I didn't think about it yet. Let me know what you think. I'm yet to talk about the ways we can leverage coupons in combination to everything on SuperTeacher. Okay, so maybe I should speed it up and go to what you actually just mentioned, Mandy. Okay, just to mention one more thing, to offer upsells with limited time bonuses. And it's always good to mention, that they're getting something plus in addition to classes. That's the whole point. With subscription plans, I'm sure you can figure out how to add value. If you're already recording classes, that should not be included by default, trust me, because it's a struggle. If you're using a tool like Classin, you have to download the recording, upload it to the parent, and do that every time for every single student, right? If you're using a free Zoom, same thing. So it's time consuming for you. It can take a toll in the long run. So make sure you have a basic plan with zero work outside of class, and then offer additional value. You can, depending on if you do create additional things like learning material and stuff. It's not applicable for everybody. So let's stop there. Okay, so what you can do, here are some effective types of subscription-based offers that can work particularly well for independent educators. The first one would be a resource library we mentioned, so I wouldn't go into much detail. This is just a screenshot on how it looks on SuperTeacher, and on SuperTeacher you can create unlimited resource libraries as a subscriber. Then with SuperTeacher, you can offer one-on-one subscription-based classes. Maybe we should just look into a demo SuperTeacher account. Let me know what you think, or just talk about it this way. I'm okay with both. I think it's easier to go through one account later on. But basically, you can offer a resource library access, subscription-based, weekly or monthly. You can offer one-on-one classes or class packages. So if you're familiar with SuperTeacher already, you can create class packages that are based on one-time payments. But now, since a few weeks ago, you can also offer them as subscription-based. So that means your students can buy weekly or monthly subscriptions with the number of classes you include in that subscription period, and the classes they subscribe to renew automatically every month and also expire if not used from the previous subscription period. You can also offer group class subscriptions. Same thing, we made sure to make it simple. So everything on SuperTeacher has a weekly and a monthly subscription option. The monthly always renews every 4 weeks, so that you can offer consistent number of classes each month. It's not monthly really, because every month has a different number of days and weeks included. So teachers were super smart and suggested that solution. So basically I'll offer 4-week subscription programs to be able to offer consistent number of classes. You can sell self-paced courses, both as one-time payments and subscription-based as well. You can offer hybrid programs, meaning you can combine live classes with resources. And this is something I think might work the best for the majority of teachers. I've noticed everybody's delighted to discover that one. So basically, you just use our course builder, and you can add class credits to your resource library, for example, and sell it that way. You can offer exclusive community access, both to students, especially if you're teaching adults or teenagers maybe, or to their parents if you're teaching young learners. What did I do here? I doubled the exclusive community access. Okay. Maybe we should just let me know, especially you, Mandy, because you did suggest this topic. Is this detailed enough? Or if you have any questions,
Okay, I already see you do have a specific question. Perfect. Thank you. Let's see. Mandy says, so I have specific questions about subscriptions through the packages. Do parents schedule a specific day and time when they subscribe? Does it automatically book the spot for them each week?
Great question. And actually, it's different for one-on-one and group classes. For group classes, students on SuperTeacher, your students are booked by default automatically as soon as they subscribe to whatever classes you open for within the subscription period. You can still open your availability for group classes, months in advance, but students just get booked within the subscription period. Let's say they are subscribed for weekly classes today, so they will get booked into classes you have available until the next Wednesday only. If they're subscribed to your monthly program, they get booked automatically for the months in advance. Does that help? I hope this answers your question. And especially we made sure that because groups, group teaching is much more challenging admin wise. So you don't have to do anything. Even your students don't have to do anything. They just subscribe and they get booked automatically. While for one-on-one classes, they require more flexibility, more negotiation. I figured like that's what I learned by talking to teachers and exploring the flow we should have. So that means when the students subscribe, they just get the class credits the same way as if they bought a regular class package. But they get those class credits delivered to their account every month automatically. So they just get the class credits to book classes. And after that, both you or your student can book classes depending on your preferences. Like I have one student that never even, they just log into SuperTeacher to pay for classes because just the parent is not, they just don't want to do it. And I'm like, okay, I can do it for you. So I sit once a month and I just book them within a month. But all other parents can just, all the parents and students can just log into their SuperTeacher account and they can book them in one sitting. But for one-on-one, it's not automated, and that's on purpose. So both you and them can have more flexibility. Hi, Fatima. Wonderful to see you as well. Fatima says, my students beg me to send them Word Wall and Tiny Tap games. Ooh, I know Tiny Tap. I love them. As homework. So I'm creating a subscription to games related to the curriculum. Perfect. That's the best way, especially like things like Word Wall, where it's super easy to kind of batch create stuff. You can just make your own templates and then, it's enough to to type in keywords from the lesson and click, choose a mode. You know how Wordwall works. And you can definitely embed the games in our course builder. And that's a great idea, Fatima. Let me know if you need any support embedding them and everything. Fatima also says, I like the idea of adding a subscription for the homework there, right? We should not assume anything. You know why? Because a lot of us used to work with companies and companies did have those policies. Like I'm sure in general, I did work with Vietnamese, Japanese, and Chinese companies. And now I'm working with NovaKid in addition to private teaching. So all of them require lesson feedback. I never do lesson feedback. I just send a message to the parent. I don't follow any kind of formal, or if they need a game or something, I just use SuperTeacher lesson feedback form, which is very simple, just to share info or a link. But all the companies kind of assumed, so parents are used to that, so they might expect that from you, but that should not definitely be part of your basic subscription plan. Like the basic should be raw, just class credits and that's it. And the price, of course, should be lower than if you are about to record classes, write lesson feedback, assign homework, and not to mention having the whole resource library, right? And I really think that can be a great way to upsell our basic services. And that way you can still stay open to lower paying clients if they're no trouble at all. If they really want to just show up and, how parents sometimes say, oh, my child just needs to communicate with a native speaker or with a teacher, And then that's why they will get, if you do accept to lower your class price as well. But yeah, think about it, because it allows for you to be much more flexible than just offering 10 classes and nobody knows, what that includes, right? There is not much space to kind of be flexible and creative about it when selling class packages only, right? It's usually like up to you and your students deal, and in the long run, like that definitely complicates things for us as teachers. Like, I have a list of students, and I have to follow pen and paper because I always forget like who needs homework, who expects me to send a video recording or stuff, and it's just not it's not sustainable in the long run. Sure. Thank you for great comments and questions and insights. Yeah, exactly, right? They just assume. I think the highlight word for this year for me is don't assume, because I've seen so many teachers, including myself, assuming stuff that I am supposed to do and parents are supposed to get, and overworking, overdoing things. As an independent teacher, we are free to do whatever we want. To organize our class offer and services the way it works for us. So in my case, I'm definitely thinking of offering even a bit lower basic tier. So even though I'm not doing much outside of class, I do use Abridge Academy curriculum that has it all, like preview material, review, games and stuff, but that should not be expected of me because it still takes some time, or it's still exclusive, access to resources. So I just think we should charge for that. And there are parents who do clearly want to have access to those, and SuperTeacher can allow for automated access. If you create a resource library that follows your classes, then it's way easier for you to do it just once, I think you and I, Fatima, were talking about that. Yeah, I just remembered. So just build it once and give them access to it if they subscribe to a more kind of pricey subscription plan. So you can literally, with SuperTeacher, you can assign everything, your products, you can assign class credits, you can even assign courses, group classes, everything, or you can just create a coupon, which I really recommend, because then they appreciate what you do. And it's not, again, they don't assume they're just going to get it for free. No, they can get a coupon with 100% or 90% discount, however you want. It's just, and you can even personalize the coupon. By the way, you can say, if your student is Elsa, I love to name the coupons Elsa and Mom, or Eric and Mom, and so on. So they have to, come to your profile and be like, I'm so special, I got this amazing coupon. It's just beautiful. It's a great experience. Yeah. Let's see. What else? Maybe just to show you how you can create subscription programs with SuperTeacher. Oh, Katie says, I love that perspective. Thank you, Katie. Right? I'm sure you're talking about the tiered subscription plans, right? I think it's only natural, and parents should really have all the options. And I was just thinking about how every prospect can become our clients. Like if I do offer a group class, way cheaper for them. If I offer basic classes, cheaper than my pricier options, and so on. So let's head over. Yeah, Marisa says, this is so interesting. I'm so excited. So let's go ahead and check out what SuperTeacher has to say on subscription-based plans and programs. Let me just load in, and let's see. And so, as mentioned before, there are a few options with SuperTeacher. Let's go ahead and create subscription-based class package first. Everything you do on SuperTeacher, everything you want to offer to create a product or a service, all of the tools you need are under my class offer, and the brand new added just yesterday is my coupon. So if the time allows, we can check them out. If not, just go ahead and log into your SuperTeacher page and go create your first coupon. Okay, so my class packages, group classes, and our course builder that allows you to create self-paced courses, hybrid courses that combine learning material and classes for live meetings, and resource library. So for a class package, everything is the same as before. Only the option to for it to be subscription based is added. So let's say twice a week, 25-minute class, maybe. And here is, I'm not sure if you see when I share the screen, do you see the drop down menu? So you should see two options. One-time purchase, meaning they just buy and it will not renew automatically. They will have to buy it again. And the class credits don't expire if they just buy a package, a classical package. Or a subscription, sorry. And for the subscription period, you can choose 7 days or 28 days. I'm going to pick monthly because I want to include twice a week classes. So that means the number of classes, if I want the student to take 2 classes a week, is going to be 8. And for the price of, let's say, $150. So the price should reflect all the classes for the subscription period. And ordering just means where you want to put this package. Do you want it to be first, second, third on your teacher page? Let's see, I'm not sure if I have something built already. Submit. So we called it twice a week. Here it is, 25-minute classes. And to preview what you just created, what we created, always refer to your teacher page URL, which is next to your teacher, profile intro here. You can bookmark your own page, or if not, just copy and paste it. So I'm just going to open it so we can see the package added. And it's going to show up in the first section here. Okay, here you see it. Twice a week, 25-minute class. And it says clearly here, and thanks to some teacher friends who suggested that now students can see clearly that this is a monthly subscription plan, or when it's weekly, they will see it says. So 8 class credits monthly for that price, right? Simple as that. Let me know if you have any questions in this one. Oh, you can't see the screen. Oh my goodness, I stopped. Was I not sharing all the time? Were you able to see the presentation before? I hope so. Sorry, that does happen to me. It's not the first time. Mariska says, I haven't even thought about going in this direction, right? Super cool. I'm so glad you feel inspired to even consider that. That's why I was first talking about why even consider subscription plans. Amanda and Katie are having a chat. Oh, thank you so much, Fatima. Now I see. Sorry, guys. Oh my goodness, I'm so embarrassed. But I hope it just happened when while we were creating the class package, right? Was I sharing the Genially slides? Oh, sorry about that. So I was on a big screen all the time. Okay, don't worry. Oh my goodness. Oh, sorry about that. But yeah, you could follow, right? That was all in slides. So now is the perfect timing. Thank you so much for letting me know. Oh my goodness, silly me. Because on Wave video, I did share it, but I didn't pick it up. I didn't pull it up, on stage. So, okay. Thank you for bearing with me. Okay, here we go. Let's do it again. No worries. It just takes seconds, which is great. So let's go ahead and visit my class offer. And I was just saying that here is everything you need to create every subscription plan you want, or any kind of product or service. And the main ones are my one-on-one class packages, group classes, and the self-paced courses. This is our course builder that's multi-purpose, definitely. Teachers figure out many ways of using it, and some of them being for self-paced courses, hybrid courses that combine live classes, and resource library. But first, let's go ahead and create a class package. Can you see it now? Yeah, you can. Good, thank you for bearing with me. Sorry. I'll definitely make a video, like a 5-minute Friday, because I'm much better doing videos, obviously. Okay, let's go ahead and do one. So it's very simple. By the way, it's much more simplified than it was even before. So let's say maybe twice a week, 25 minutes. Oh, we already have that. Okay, twice a week, one-on-one class. Whatever. You can make it much more special or creative. Sorry, of course. And here you choose if it's going to be one-time purchase based, and not to repeat myself, you know what it means, or subscription based. And at the moment, we have weekly and monthly subscription, which renews every 4 weeks actually. So let's say this is going to be monthly. And because it includes twice a week classes, let's say that means it's going to have 8 classes a month. So the price should reflect all the classes included. Sorry for repeating myself a little bit. But let's say this one should be like this, maybe. And where we want it to show, let's say it's going to be third subscription based. And now to preview every change or product you add, just go to your edit profile tab and click view or share my profile. I definitely recommend bookmarking your teacher page so you can just, refresh and open it whenever you need to see what you've just added, to see how it looks on your student's end. Okay, no, you haven't missed much. And now you can actually see what's going on. Perfect. Sorry again for not sharing the slides previously, but yeah. Um, there weren't any special anyway, so you heard everything that matters. And I will definitely add this video into our training center as well, along with the slides. Okay, so here we go. Twice a week, one-on-one class. It says clearly here, 8 classes, 8 class credits monthly. So that's how you create a monthly subscription package. Now, let's say you want to add resources to your monthly class package. So maybe you want to sell 2 products in one. Then, in that case, you're going to use our self-paced courses or resource library creator by choosing that option here and click add course. And here you can say again, twice a week, a one-on-one class, maybe basic. And that means maybe, okay, the basic should be just a package, right? Maybe that's going to be advanced, or maybe, why complicate things? Plus resources, plus learning resources, maybe. Or, plus class recordings, whatever it is you want to combine here. Twice a week classes plus, sorry, resources. And that's going to be more expensive than the bundle we created, definitely. So let's say that's going to be 210 for the same 8 class credits, right? For my English students, you can add grades or you don't have to, it's optional, but let's say A1. Subscription, again, you see the builder is the same, so you can pick subscription as well. And here you can actually add class credits. So this is the same package we just created, but now it's part of something bigger, right? That's how you can upsell. You can create different tiers of products with SuperTeacher especially. So let's say I want to include the same 8 classes here, but now the student knows they're going to get additional resources. Let's add some intro video, whatever, teacher Ivy, or the video can be anything you want. Oh, why am I searching board games? Okay, desktop. Oh, I have no idea. Maybe I can skip that. Okay, I found something. And the course image, this is optional. I just wanted it to look beautiful as well. So, okay, maybe. Let's see. Oh. Okay, whatever. Sorry about that. I didn't prepare. Okay, let's use this one from today's webinar. And the beauty of the course builder is you can actually explain everything. You can share much more information. Welcome to my resource library. This subscription includes 8 classes. Includes, and then 8 classes a month, lesson previews, lesson reviews, and maybe lesson recordings, whatever it is. You see, it's much more advanced what you can do with it. And then you can even describe, you can totally disregard all the steps if you just want to keep it simple. But if you do want, you can let the clients know what they will be able to. They will be able to gain access to what we mentioned before, maybe list again who should join in, everybody who wants to get more value, in addition to just the classes probably, and maybe mention the age the resources are created for or students level. What will you need to know or do before joining in? Just to use their device, for example, continue. And here you can keep and start embedding things you create and build your resource library. I hope that makes sense. And in the end, you just make sure to save it. And you will see how we just created it. Let's go and check how it looks on my teacher page, just so you can see how beautiful it is from the student's perspective as well. And I will check for comments. Mandy says, does it bill on a certain day of the week, like Sunday? No, not. No OutSchool did that, but no. Whenever they subscribed, that's the starting kind of date and time. So if it renews in a month, 28 days, it's just going to be in 28 days from there. Good question. I know. I think I know where it's coming from. So let's find the course, the hybrid course we just created that includes live classes. Where is it? Let's see. Oh, here it is. Twice a week, one-on-one class plus learning resources. Can you see that? I hope I'm sharing. I think I am. Okay, and if the student clicks here, they can see everything they need. They can have a welcome. Welcome video, or whatever you decide this video is going to be. Who this little course is for, English A1. They can see your feedback received, the price. For me, the button is grayed out because I can't buy my own product. They can see the course content here. Since we didn't build anything, but they would just see the structure, to get a glimpse into. They see the number of class credits they get full access to. They can access at any device. Simple as that. And the overview. I should have built more, and you can do whatever you want. You can include your classroom policies here as well, and let me know what you think. And in the meantime, let's just do one more, which is a group class subscription. So basically, this course builder you can use in so many ways. I think I should do a separate video just covering that, like to inspire you on what you can actually do, because I've seen some crazy, amazing, creative ideas from SuperTeachers. And I always ask, and I shared it in teacher trainings and videos. So thank you for allowing me to talk about that and share them so everybody can get inspired, feel inspired. And the last one, my group classes. Again, every tool you use has the same flow. Click the add button. This one feels like the course builder, but it's way more simple. It can be free or paid. Let's say it's going to be paid. And it's going to be weekly, let's say. Weekly topic-based group. Weekly group. Subscription-based, but this time let's choose weekly. And for adults, maybe. And maybe coaching. Ooh, why not? If you're a coach or a mentor, why not? And let's say I want, so with groups, you can, it's super advanced because it's awesome because you can limit the number of attendees. I know on Outschool, you can do the same. Um, so here, if I put 10 participants, as soon as 10 people book this, subscribe to this group class, it's going to be closed. SuperTeacher closes it for you, so it's not available for any further signups. They can check your other products. The price should reflect weekly, in this case, price per student. So let's say maybe one class is going to be $15. I don't know, but if it's coaching, probably more, $60, whatever. And then, so this price reflects the subscription period per student, because this is going to be one class a week. So it's just one session for $60 ongoing. Okay, let's just grab anything. Okay, looks good. And again, you can describe, welcome to my weekly topic-based coaching group, whatever. You know what I mean? I just wanted to diversify a little bit. So because SuperTeacher is not just for teaching ESL or any subject, it can be used for coaching, mentoring, whatever you need it for. And okay, this one overlaps. Let's choose another one. Okay, 7 a.m. Why not? And while creating the group class, it's just enough to open the first one. Later, you can make recurring schedule. This is also new, by the way. Okay, and that's it. Let's see how it looks. Weekly topic-based group. Let's find it on my teacher page. And let me know if you have any questions. Fatima says, this is what you mentioned. If the student does not use the class credits, he cannot have them next month. Right, exactly. Or next week. Whenever the subscription period renews, they expire. They just get nulled if not used. So to prompt them to use them up and not being able to transfer them forever, messing up with your income. Okay, let's find the group, the subscription group. Yeah, here it is. Weekly topic-based group, $60. Subscribe now. When they click subscribe, again, they see participants, 10 slots left, the upcoming class slot, the meeting time here. And that's it. And with the group classes, but that does not cover subscription. They don't do that. But if you sell one-time payment subscriptions, your students can, for group classes, your students can even gift them to their friends and family. So there will be a gift button, but not subscription, because they still have to use their card for recurring payments. So that's not possible. And that's it. And here they can again see more info about the class. Maybe you can include the link to your policies or just type them in. They can read more about you. They can share the link. You can hide everything we created. I think it's important to mention that, and we will stop there unless you have more questions. So let's say this class package, somebody subscribed, or I don't need it anymore. The one we created, where is twice a week, one-on-one class, subscription based. I just don't need it. Maybe I will need it later. There is a green tick button here to the right of every package. Just click on it, and now, ta-da-da, this bundle has been deactivated. So it's not visible publicly, but it's still there. So you can just reactivate it whenever you decide so. Same for the group classes. Let's say you did aim for 10 students or participants, but for some reason you just change your mind and you don't want any new signups. Same thing. Let's see, weekly topic-based group. I don't have anyone. So, or maybe I just want to, don't want to use it. Maybe I just don't want to offer it anymore. Maybe it was just a one-time thing, like maybe Halloween webinar. So I'm just going to disable it again for the next year to wait for me, so I don't have to recreate it. If you want to offer more than one group, or a subscription-based course, there is a clone button worth mentioning. So you see, I just created the weekly topic-based group. Maybe I should have named it actually Monday. Yeah, to be more obvious. Monday topic-based group. So the students actually know, because your group class schedule is not that flexible, right, as one-on-one. So they just should know. So let's say I want to create Wednesday and Friday, the same offer, maybe different prices or anything. You just hit the clone button. Da-da-da, and you see SuperTeacher clones it for you. It just adds the word clone in the end. You see here? And then you can edit it. Instead of it being clone, you see it says clone here. You can just say Wednesday. Da-da-da. And of course, change the date in the calendar to some Wednesday, maybe next Wednesday. And that's it. And save it. And then clone it again, create it for Friday, and you can do the same thing with the course builder. Oh, this is exciting. So many things always to share. Do let me know in the comments after this webinar, or just reach out, or let me know in our SuperTeacher community Facebook group what you would like me to cover, because I know there is a lot we talked about within the 5-minute Friday videos, to be more concise so you don't have to watch the whole webinar sometimes. Yeah. Mandy says, when group class is disabled, can you book others' classes at the same time the group was? What do you mean? When group class is disabled? Yeah, I guess then if it's disabled, your class credit, the class slots are also expired probably. Right? Yeah, so you can definitely, if you can't, if there is something, if there is a leftover, or such as an open class slot from a disabled group class, SuperTeacher will let you know. As soon as you try to open that slot as one-on-one, it's going to let you know there is an overlap in your schedule, so you can just go ahead and sort it out. Katie says, love all these amazing things we can do on Super. Thank you so much, Katie. I know sometimes it feels it's a lot, but I think we're at the point that everything is really easy to use and to play around with. So I hope you feel inspired and kind of want to consider going, with subscription plans in whatever way you can, because I really believe that's the future of offering online educational services, because it's just less, commitment for parents and more steady income for you or us. I mean, so why not? I'm going to explore that. My only hesitation is if you do have a business you invest in, like I do, like for me, just packages sometimes work better. But then if you just spend it all at once, it's not good, of course. You're then stuck to teaching that student and you feel like there is zero income, right? So definitely voting for subscription plans in any shape and form. Thank you. Fatima says, hadn't noticed the clone one. So nice. Amazing. Everything is amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm glad I remember to mention it as well. Michelle says, lots of amazing ideas. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. I was inspired by you guys, so I really appreciate suggesting today's topic, and I'm glad you find it useful. Thank you, and let's buckle up here and see you in our Friday, 5-minute Friday video, when I'm going to talk about whatever you want. So just let me know. Would you like me to cover maybe the ways we can use the course builder? Or yeah, definitely. Yeah, like Michelle suggested, how to create a sample course and then upsell it. I love that one. And that's going to be a whole webinar next Wednesday, like how to create a lead magnet in a form of a course or a resource, actually, and then upsell the course you build. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me and for being active in the chat. I really appreciate it. Again, accept my apologies for not sharing my screen half the time, but yeah, I will make sure to add the presentation for sure. Why am I still so tiny? Oh, okay, there we are. See you on Friday then.
Talk soon. Bye for now.